What's up, guys? It's Levi. Hey, we're back again with Memphis, a 3-year-old Tennessee Walker Pasifino. And I'm excited to give you some more updates. This will be session 2. So, like I said, I'm excited to get back into it. Just that one session, the first one there, it's amazing how much difference he already is. Pretty wild what that stuff does. So, and it's basically just the handling side of stuff, like in and out of the stall, etc., like going out to a paddock. He's already way more respectful. Still not where we want him, but already way better. Like I said, just one session. Pretty cool what this groundwork stuff does. So that's what we're going to do again in session 2 is pretty much review, add a couple exercises within. I'll show you some of that stuff. So appreciate it for signing on and watching. I really appreciate that stuff. So we're going to get right to it. We're going to get right to work here. So now we got forward, backwards, left and right. We got all that good. We got the hips moving around. So it's time to move on to what I call the bending exercise. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just move him around in the circle, and then I'm going to push him out of the circle. And it's a good exercise where it teaches that horse to really bend throughout his whole body and bending around that circle and stepping out away from me when I ask him. I love this exercise. I do it on the ground. I do it in the saddle. And so let's get right to it. And again, on the other exercises, I got them to where I could really up that pressure, get him to stop, back up, do whatever's proper, you know. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and start with the bending exercise. I'm going to shorten up. I'm going to be about a foot from the snap. Hopefully you can see when I come around to the camera. About a foot from the snap, I got my stick resting on the neck. So when I get ready, I'm going to just push into him right there. Very nice. He stepped right away from me. So I'm pushing forward and sideways again. Just push him sideways. Sideways and forward. I really love this. Now, we already were halfway working this stuff when we were doing the lunging. Come on. Because we were asking him to tip his face into my circle. So I got forward, I'm going forward, I'm going forward, I'm going forward, and sideways. Very nice. Forward and forward and forward and forward and sideways again. If he doesn't stop and go sideways, I'll bump that nose a little bit. There we go. And we do all this stuff because we want to be able to have some form of control with these horses, especially like Memphis here. Didn't really know anything. This is the second session, and he's picking up all this stuff. We'll just go into the hip exercise where I'm going to move that hip around. And remember what I'm looking for here is where he steps over in the back, and his inside front foot, which would be his right foot, kind of digs a hole there. Very nice. And I'm asking a lot out of him in the second session. Like I'm upping that pressure and saying, hey, we got this last time. I want more than last time. And that's the stuff I'm looking for. I want him to help me. I want him to be right there, and I want him to have that attitude of, sir, what do you need from me? I'm here to serve you. And I always talk about that word serving. We've all met somebody that don't exactly have the serving attitude. And they're just not fun to hang around with. And but when you got that serving attitude or that serving friend, boy, they're a lot of fun to be around. Because they have the same values as you do. I want my horse the same way. I want the same thing. I want that horse to have that really just, I'm here to help you. What do you need from me? And so I'm starting to really get that with Memphis here on newer exercises or higher pressure exercise, even like the lunging, left and right stuff. I really got him to where he could handle it higher. I kind of use a scale from 1 to 10. So 10 is really high pressure, 1's really low pressure. I got him handling about a 6 pressure right now. I love that. So when he can handle that stuff, the closer and closer we get to saddling and riding, putting that first ride on, that builds my confidence, because when I apply that on him, he doesn't lose his mind. So when I step on him, I trust him because things have been going good. Back at it. Let's get back to the bending exercise. And like I said, it just really bends him in half. Face in. I'm going to pick my face kind of up towards his nose. Very nice. And he just honored that pressure. He stepped away from me. He's giving me my space. And always remember, very good. Horses always have that attitude of, what's in it for me? And what's in it for them is that release. They know right after we get done, we're going to release that. Get it backwards. In general, the horses are a little bit like we are. A lot of times we do the same thing. We always have that attitude of, what's in it for me? A little bit. I mean, you can have that attitude, what's in it for me, but also a serving attitude. And I want that with Memphis. What's in it for me? He's a little bit selfish, but not selfish enough that he's not helping me out. So we're going to go ahead and do the bending exercise about a foot from the snap. I'm going to rest my stick up here and just come up here, push his face away. There we go. Yes. And then forward. And if you notice, I really let him slow down, because I want him to think these exercises do not mean speed up. And sideways, because naturally that's what horses want to do when you apply weird stuff. And when I say weird stuff, it's weird to them because they never do this stuff out in the pasture. Very nice. You never see a horse walking sideways to another patch of grass to eat grass, because it's not natural. Now they might move sideways, like when they're fighting with other horses or whatever they might be doing. They can move sideways. Not it's impossible. It's just not something that they do. And sideways. I really like this, and this is my job, to where when he stepped sideways there, I just softened the energy up, and I was like, hey, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Beautiful. I really like this. And if you notice, energy level's kind of low. Why? Because I like what I'm getting. So I tap him here because I want movement. There we go. Send him forward, forward, forward. My job is to keep a good plan and really get that plan down and know how it looks, so I can execute that and really give him something to follow. Very nice. I really like that. All right, so next up, we're going to work on a little bit of leading. So he's a little pushy with me still. So I'm going to work on just walking out, stopping, and backing him up. Walking out, stopping, and backing him up. So that's what we're going to work on. I love all the stuff he's doing. He's relaxing himself. He's got the head down. So let's go ahead, and we're going to just start walking out here. I'm going to stop and back him up. Very good. Walk out again. And this time I'm going to back up even a little faster. I want him to help me. Stop. There we go. Boy, you could really see the hustle there. Really could see that. Move out and stop. Give me that back up. Hustle, hustle. Let's go. Very nice. Walk out. And exaggerate that stop and back him up. Very nice. Very nice. And remember, this is the second session. It's crazy how fast you can do this stuff when it's done right. Very nice. Now, I want you to pay attention next time I take off and I do my stop. Watch his one front foot take a step back. So I'm going to walk out and I'm going to just stop, but I'm not going to back up. And you see how he moved that foot back? And he's like, I'm here to help you. And it was plain as daylight when he did that. I really like that. I really like that. Walk out again. I'm going to do it again. Watch close to that one front foot when I slam on the brakes and he steps that back because I exaggerated my stop. I really like that. This time I'm not going to exaggerate my stop. I'm going to just stop moving and he will probably finish a step. Let's see what he does. So I'm going to stop. So he didn't take a step back, which is exactly what I asked him. So I'm going to just turn at him and put some pressure on him. Yeah, very nice. You just give that one step back up. That's exactly what I want. He's here to help me. That's the stuff I'm looking for. So very nice. So closing out for the second session, I'm going to do a little desensitizing, and then I want to see if I can get that head down a little bit. And so when I say desensitizing, I'm going to use this rope, just play with his front feet a little bit, and also do the back. And if you notice, you're going to see me low energy, really low energy. And I'll just keep tangling around his feet. You can see he's like, whoops, are we working? Are we working? No, I'm saying, nah, we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. Very good. So he quit moving. So I'm going to just switch sides and do the other side. There we go. Now I'm not asking for anything specific on the third session. I'm going to do more desensitizing stuff. Excellent. So he's standing there really good. I like that. That's really nice. So I haven't spent a lot of time with him because of the way he's not appreciating my presence. Now I have rubbed him and stuff. Come on. You can still see him a little sticky there. I have rubbed on him and did stuff like that, but I haven't spent a lot of time just with him because he's a little bit disrespectful. So if he doesn't want my presence, I'm not going to waste my time standing with him or rubbing on him. But it ain't going to be long that he's going to start really enjoying that. So I'm excited when that time comes. So I'm going to work on that head a little bit here. And every time I am with him, when I come up here to rub him, he picks that head up and he stands there kind of like he wants to be bigger than me, or that's what makes him feel comfortable when his head's up like that. So I'm going to work on that head and just start getting that down. So I'm not going to push down. I'm going to just pull left and right. The hand up here on his neck, I'm doing it there, and my hand on the halter is just so he doesn't leave me, his nose doesn't leave me. And I'll just push him left and right, and kind of pretty much what I'm doing is being annoying. Left and right and left and right. So when he comes down a little, which he did, I want to soften it just a little bit. There we go. I really think once I get riding him, I think he's going to be a little bit on the sticky side. I like this. He put that head right down. I just quit. And he volunteers lower. I really like that. So I want to do it again. Left and right and left. Very nice. Good job. And I practice this stuff more at the end of my session because they're in a really good mindset. And this exercise doesn't consist of forward motion. So that's why I do it at the end of the session, because they're excited to be resting because we worked. Get that head down. Like I said, he's not used to doing this around humans or when it's considered stress. He's not used to lowering that head down. And remember, I'm not pushing down. I'm just pushing back and forth. Excellent. So now I can kind of stand, and his neck is lower than his withers. I really like that. I love it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. We really do appreciate that. And if you don't want to miss any of the other ones, hit that subscribe button, because we're going to have more coming. And if there's anything that I want you guys to take from this, even if it's just one little thing that you can apply to your horse, that's why we're doing this for. We love doing these videos to help you out. And what better way to get that information like right here, right in front of you, and it's free. I love the word free because it doesn't cost anything. So we're doing it because we enjoy it. We hope you guys enjoy it. We hope you guys get something from it. If you got a friend or somebody that's going through this that could maybe use some tips for their horse on the groundwork stuff, share it. And because we're doing this to help you guys. So we really appreciate it. Thank you again for watching. Have a blessed day.